Hello, welcome to SZ Game Talks. Today, let's take a quick look about the Manchester derby. What happened today in the Manchester derby, wherein Manchester City humiliated Manchester United 3-0, and it was absolutely a disgraceful game for Ruben Amorim. Once again, Manchester United keeps sinking and continues where he stopped actually last season. And if he's gonna go this way, I believe that Manchester United is finally gonna relegate in the Premier League this season. It has been very disastrous for Manchester United, starting from the last season and right up to now, still keeps falling. And then Pep Guardiola picks up 3 points from here with 3-0 and happened to start to come back again, and has proven to be one of the greatest coach again. So because it is a derby, he didn't need to drop points right here. So Manchester City actually dealt with United. So let's take a quick look at the details. And first of all, you're gonna see here United decided to go with the goalkeeper they choose, because they believe that the former goalkeeper Andre Onana, the #1 goalkeeper, was the problem of the club. And then in this slide, I'm gonna take you to show you some players that have left this club, some players that the club asked them to leave so that the club could be better. And then we're gonna see those that have left the club and how is the club performing. And so we're gonna start here first with Andre Onana, who was at a point in time the talk of the day, who was at a point in time the problem of Manchester United, says the Manchester United fans and the club, and saying everything happening to Manchester United at the moment was on Andre Onana. You conceive a goal is Andre Onana, 2 goals Andre Onana. Nobody talks about the porridge defense they've got. Nobody talks about the very disgusting defense they've got. They didn't talk about the midfield they've got. How would the ball pass through the midfield and pass through the defense line, and the goalkeeper is going to receive 29 shots in one football match? How is it happening? And you keep the blames on Andre Onana. But the good thing this time around is that he has left the club to Trabzonspor, and so we're going to be seeing what is happening in Manchester United, but the situation is not changing. However, Andre Onana right here was a superstar in Ajax before joining Inter Milan, was a very good goalkeeper from there, performing a lot of saves, an incredible job for him. And then later on joined Inter Milan and was a world-class goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeeper at the moment, taking this Inter Milan team to the finals of the UCL, and was performing at a very top notch that any club could ask for him. But he decided to play for the club that he loves, and he didn't know that it was the biggest mistake of his life. Leaving Inter Milan to Manchester United like a superstar, like a world-class goalkeeper, has now been leaving Manchester United like one of the worst goalkeepers on earth. But however, he has had his first appearance in Trabzonspor, where he was the man of the match of the game, even though conceding 1 goal. And of course, that is how the game ended. And Trabzonspor, he was the man of the match. So Manchester United says, for this club to be okay, we need to kick out Andre Onana from the post, so we're gonna be better. Okay, it's done. Let's see what is gonna be next. Here is Jadon Sancho, brought from Borussia Dortmund. At the time where they brought him, was a world-class player as well. His dribble, his finishes, his chances created, the way he played was so amazing in Dortmund. And Manchester United went on, picked him, brought him there, and now he has diminished to nothing. Jadon Sancho now in Manchester United don't even know where to go. He's finding where to go for a loan deal, and has nothing to offer again, almost in the market of football market. And Manchester United says that it is Jadon Sancho who is not scoring goals. We brought him for a huge amount of money. He's not scoring goals. We need someone else to replace him. We need him to leave the club so that the club can be better, because he's not playing. He cannot score goals. He needs to leave the club for Manchester United to be better. He doesn't have the passion for the club and all these things, and then he left the club, and now Manchester again in the same position. And here we go with Højlund right here. He came as well, and they said he's one of the worst strikers we've ever got. He doesn't know how to play anymore. He needs to leave the club. He doesn't track back. He doesn't defend. When he loses the ball, he's not good. He's not a good finisher. He needs to leave the club. And then Højlund left. And yesterday, he scored his first goal, a better one for that matter, in his new club after leaving Manchester United. Manchester United is still in the same position right here. Let's take a quick look at the next person here, who is Marco Rashford, the latest guy who just moved over to Barcelona. When Marco Rashford was in Manchester United, they say Marco Rashford is keeping the ball too much. He can no longer play. He doesn't track back. He doesn't tag. He's just keeping the ball to himself. He's not scoring. He's not creating chances. He, however, needs to leave the club because he's talking too much. He's now becoming a problem to the club. He needs to leave, so Manchester United is going to be better. So if for the club to be better, Marco Rashford needs to find his way out of the club, and then he left the club. And the club is still a hell to other players in there. Now here we go to Malaysia. Malaysia also stays there, but up to him, he found out that it's not working well, and so he needs to do something. He informed the club that I need to leave, and some player says he's unprofessional. He was supposed to stay there and help the club. He doesn't want to help the club. People have come and gone. They couldn't help the club. Cristiano Ronaldo came and found the problem and said it out to you guys like, okay, this is what needs to be done. You need to fix this club. This is that. You didn't accept it. Okay, how do you want him to stay in the club that has no future to even end the league in the first page of the Premier League table? Because right now Manchester United is not sure of coming down below 10th position in the Premier League right now, and so Malaysia left the club. The next person was Anthony right here. This was even one of the worst that Manchester complained about. We bought Anthony. He is so selfish. He doesn't place the ball to other players. He keeps the ball to himself, and he doesn't even score. And he's so aggressive. He's so quick-tempered. He needs to leave the club for Manchester United to be better. Remember that this guy came to Manchester United performing magic, you know. He was so good when he came to Manchester United, before he came to Manchester United. But when he stepped to Manchester United, he became, however, one of the worst strikers in Manchester United, one of the worst wingers in Manchester United. No position could fit him, no football play style could fit him. And then Anthony was so frustrated and then had to leave the club. Went to Real Betis, started being a superstar back like what we knew, started playing, scoring goals, creating magic in there, carrying the club to the Conference League finals. He has signed with the Real Betis, and now Manchester United fans says if Anthony is going to stay here, he doesn't have passion for the club. He needs to leave for the club to move further. And then he left, and then Manchester United ended the league in an almost relegating position. And then here we go. Next person, Garnacho. Oh, this is why he's behaving like Cristiano Ronaldo, who came and said he's not good, we don't like these practices, he's not passionate enough about the club, he's not playing very well, he's not scoring goals, we don't want him here because he doesn't have passion for the club, he's not playing football that we want, he is bringing the problem to the club, to the team, you know, he needs to leave the club because his celebration is not good, we don't want it, and blah blah blah. He needs to leave for Manchester United to be better. And then Garnacho just left Manchester United, and the team is still going down.